Hello, I'm Emma, the speech language pathologist or speech therapist in Nikki's classroom, and I just wanted to help get some videos and support out to you families right now during this soft closure. And when I was talking to Nikki, we thought that maybe a quick video for me about how you and your students could be doing a journaling activity, or we in some cases we've called it a visual resume. And this can be implemented a couple of ways, and so I wanted to talk about that. Now, some of our families are using a format like this, at least, or Nikki's using this with certain students. It's a PowerPoint presentation, and we're kind of putting in pictures. Just pretend this is a picture of a student doing something like shopping in the community, or going to a store, or doing a job task in the school. And then the student would kind of journal about it. So we have a place for the name of the activity. Again, this is a picture of a dog. But if it was a picture of your student, then they're doing something, they would put an explanation of the picture here, and they would say what they liked and what they didn't like, or any other kind of miscellaneous information about that. Now, a version that you guys can do at home without doing a paper version or being so formal would be just to do kind of a picture journal. Now, all of us are kind of familiar with the idea of a journal, which would be, in most cases, us writing down what happens. But we can do picture journals, which are really great for our students because they're most often visual learners. And so I took a couple of pictures, and I'm on my iPad here as a way to kind of model how I might approach a picture journal, or a picture resume, or a picture account of things that could be done at home. So I have some basic pictures here, and you can take pictures of your students doing anything around the house, things that they like, preferred activities, even non-preferred activities. So this is me mowing the lawn, and then I'm eating some strawberries, holding my cat, about to watch a movie. This is Zootopia. So if you have some pictures of your students, you can then use those pictures as a discussion point, and that becomes a support for their communication. So if I was doing this with a student and I had a picture of them, I'm gonna answer as me and as a possible student. So if I had this picture, you could, or if you have a picture, you could show the picture to your student, to your child, and then you could point to something. Maybe they'll say something right away. If I was showing this and I was pretending to be a student, I might say Mo, or I might say Emma. And then we want to employ a strategy which we call the +1 rule, or the +1 routine. And so there's lots of kind of handouts about this kind of thing, the +1 routine. But the idea is that we would want to add one word to what your student said. And if they didn't say any words, then you would add a word, and they could then point. If they were verbal, they could say that word. If they're nonverbal, they could point to a communication board that they have that would apply to that word or that situation. So the goal is to add one word to their expression. So if they said, if this was my picture and they said Emma, then I would add one word to that. I would say Emma work. And that would be the goal for me as I'm talking about this picture with a student, or with a child. And that would help them kind of go one step further from where they're currently communicating. So if this was the picture and I said Emma, or Emma outside, then I would add one more word. So I would say Emma work, or Emma is outside, and that would be adding another word. Or Emma likes outside, and then hopefully they would follow that model of a longer expression. So again, if you're doing another picture, maybe you show them a picture and they say something to do with the thing often that's a relative strength for students. They like to name things, so they might say strawberry. And then if we're going to add one word to that expression, we would say eat strawberries, or like strawberries. And you would kind of provide a model for them to add one more word to what they've said. And if they haven't said anything and can speak, then we would just start with one word, strawberries. Or we would say eating. Again, here, if you're showing something else, and again, they do something like cat, then you could, again, model another expression where you add just one extra word. You could say, my cat, or good cat. Or if you don't like cats, you could say, no cat. Or they might, if it's a family pet, they might name the pet. So my cat's name is Pippin. So they might say Pippin. And you could add a word. You could say, that's Pippin. Or Pippin cat. Pippin the cat. Or you could say, my Pippin. And that would be modeling one more word to increase their expressive language just one level. Again, my last photo here, this is me getting ready to watch Zootopia. So they might say movie. If they're going to say movie or point, movie, we could add, again, one word to that expression. We could say zoo movie, or you could say love movie. I love movies. Or you could say more movies, saying that they would like to watch more movies. Again, say like movie, I like movies. So hopefully that makes sense. So the idea is that you don't need to be journaling on paper necessarily, or making these slides in PowerPoint. You can just take photographs on a device that you have and use it as a visual journal to discuss things you guys have done at home. And the goal would be to add just one word to their base expression to support their communication that way. We appreciate everything you guys are doing. We're here for you students. We miss them. It's just not the same trying to do our jobs from a computer. But we appreciate all you're doing, and we hope that that our students know that we miss them, and we're here to support you guys. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.